Yeah, this might have come a couple of years too late, but it looks like the Miami Heat are finally willing to get off of the Jimmy Butler business, get him to a different team, and they're willing to trade him after all these years. Now, in my opinion, the peak for Jimmy Butler would have been right after they had gone to the finals in 2020 in the bubble. But I understand why they didn't. They thought that they were right there on the precipice of potentially winning a championship. But I think that they should have traded him sooner, because now the offers that you can get for Jimmy Butler, they're just going to be way less. He plays in less games. He's a little bit less effective than he once was. He's not as good of a defender as he once was, but what he does bring, he brings playoff acumen in basketball. Like, if you had Jimmy Butler onto your team, he's going to make your team more formidable in the playoffs easily. So it brings me to question, where would Jimmy Butler have the best fit? Right off the cuff, I like him in Dallas. I think he makes a lot of sense in Dallas. I think he's exactly what that team needs. It needs some toughness. It needs somebody kind of hard-nosed, somebody that has playoff success. I think he'd be great in Dallas. I also love him in OKC. Could you imagine Jimmy Butler in OKC coming off the bench, playing some veteran minutes, going along with SGA and Jalen Williams? I don't know how you make the minutes work, and I'm not sure if Jimmy Butler would get along with that great camaraderie that they have there, but I just like it from a basketball perspective. But another one that I absolutely love, and this is one I think that should really get more press, Jimmy Butler to the Houston Rockets, to have Ime Udoka be his head coach. There are no two more hotheads in the NBA than Jimmy Butler and Ime Udoka, and I think Jimmy would fit that mold perfectly. If I'm the Rockets, I trade away Fred VanVleet, I trade away Dylan Brooks, I get in Jimmy Butler, and you pair up Jimmy Butler with all those amazing young players. You got Jalen Green, you have Alperen Şengün, Jabari Smith, Amen Thompson. Like, that is a really good team. And if you add Butler, which is really the type of player that they need, somebody you can give the ball to in crunch time, that Houston Rockets team becomes a title contender this season and not in the next couple of years. They would be way ahead of schedule if they made that trade. I think that makes too much sense. That is the right pedigree of coach and player who are going to be aligned on a lot of different things, and I love that trade. So Houston, if you're out there, make that trade. That is the best trade for you guys to win a championship this season. Like, I genuinely believe they would be a top 4 team if they made that trade. And they're already playing so fucking good. Like, just make it happen.